Do you ever find yourself looking at those happy couples around you and wondering, what do they have that I don't have? Why can't I be this happy in my relationship? They must not have any troubles or afflictions or trials. Well, they certainly do. They actually have a lot of trials and tribulations, just like everybody else. The difference is that they focus on positive personality traits to help them in their relationship. They've taken the time to understand the positive personality of their partner. Let's start with the description and characteristics of an ESTP. They are flexible and tolerant, and they take a very pragmatic approach, focused on immediate results. Theories and explanations just bore them immensely because they want to act energetically. They have a desire to solve a problem immediately. They focus on the here and now, and they tend to be quite spontaneous. They enjoy movement, and they want to be active with other people. They really like material comforts and style, and they learn best by doing. So other people will see the ESTP as a strong person, that they're very strong even in the art of living. They love life and they immerse themselves in it. They're enthusiastic and they're good-humored and they're full of action. They really dislike anything that requires a lot of theory or written directions, and traditional schools tend to be pretty difficult for these people because of these preferences. Although they do pretty well when they see the relevance and they're allowed to use some hands-on approaches. They're also seen as gregarious, fun-loving, spontaneous, adventurous, risk-takers, and troubleshooters. So ESTPs are best known for being a little bit fearful of commitment, almost as if they're allergic to it at times, right? And that's because they don't like to be stagnant. Then they like to have change. They thrive in relationships where their partner is just as thirsty as they are for discovery and adventure and new experiences. They really want someone who is open to exploring the world all around them. They want a partner who makes them feel free. And if the ESTP suddenly becomes less afraid of commitment, it's because they have found the right kind of relationship they can thrive in. One of the notorious problems with the ESTP is that the doer becomes very bored, and they become bored quickly. This is going to lead to a problem. This leads to them sniffing around looking for somebody else, a more exciting companion, and then they will end the relationship. So in order to keep your mate from losing interest in you, it's important that you show enthusiasm. Make sure that you suggest new adventures. Disinterest is only going to make you appear like you are more boring, and this is going to be a turnoff to the doer. It's going to make you appear as being lazy. Above all, your companion values the ability to act and accomplish things, so to prove to them that you're capable and that you know how to have a good time. They don't like plans and schedules and long-term issues. For this person, all the priorities are in the present. If you're a planner by nature, you might feel incomplete if you are to date an ESTP. To keep this impulse, you might need to be a little more personal, and you might need to keep it inside. But you should do your best to carry out plans for the future by sticking it and helping them to understand that it's okay. Make sure that you always keep that experience side of there. You want to make sure that you offer new ideas, even if you are a planner, right? Try to come up with some exciting new hobbies or activities that you can do together so that you can pull together instead of drift apart. An ESTP has some great strengths. They're very charming and witty and clever, and they're popular and sensual. They're not threatened by conflict or criticism, and they are very clear-headed when they deal with any kind of emergencies. They are great in that emergency situation. They are fun-loving and enthusiastic, and they love to make everything enjoyable around them. At times, you might want to call an ESTP a big kid. Okay, why? Because they're just like a child. They're always eager and willing to spend time, and they love spending time with children. They are going to lavish their loved ones with everything, with gifts, presents, anything that they might want. An ESTP does have some weaknesses. They're not naturally in tune with what others are feeling, and sometimes they're not very good at expressing their emotions and feelings. Because of this, at times they may hurt somebody with some insensitive language because they just don't understand it. They can't comprehend it. They are living in the present, remember, and they're not very good at long-term planning or long-range goals, and they fall into a habit of ignoring conflict even though it doesn't bother them. Why? They just don't want to solve it. It's just too much effort. They don't naturally make long-term commitments or lifelong commitments because they like to take one day at a time, and they tend to get bored very easily. They're more likely than all the other relationships or the other personalities in the MBTI to quickly leave a relationship and to jump into another one. Now, they also like and enjoy lavish gifts, big gifts. This can be both a strength and a weakness. They are enthusiastic, hands-on, sensual, adaptive. They're realists. They love new experience and real life. They like activities and challenges, and their happiness comes when they are living in the moment. They're friendly, talkative, outgoing. Remember, they're just big kids themselves. They can be eager to take on the next experience, and they want to be expected and respected and loved for their freedom. Under stress, though, they're going to become excessively impulsive.